Good morning, everyone. This is Nadia Subrati coming to you live from Queens, New York from createwealthwithnadia.com. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Yes, I just got up here now. I'm still packing. But I have a great topic I want to talk to you all today about. And when you guys jump in, please let me know where you're coming from. Hey, David, what's going on, my friend? What are you doing? Okay, so today's topic is, do you believe that the soul exists? And the reason why I want to touch on this subject today, I know this has nothing to do with marketing, but from my own experience, right? We're all here for a reason. You know, some of you might not know what your reasons are. I still don't even know what my reasons are. What's the reason why I'm here? But, you know, a friend of mine, he's a minister, and he actually went to my YouTube channel and he was looking for some of my videos on content, and he came across a video that I did, I think probably like a year and a half ago, right? I was talking about my near-death experience. So he sent me a message this morning, and he was like, wow, Nadia, he goes, I went to your YouTube channel and I was looking for content, and I found this video of you talking about your near-death experience, and he was like, I just wanted to let you know that it wasn't your time. You're here for a reason, And guys, it's true, because each and every one of us, we are here for a reason. Maybe we might not know what our reasons are, but in time you will find out, right? But I want to give you a little bit of my background, and I want to talk to you all about my experience, because I know many of you probably are scared of death or worry. I mean, you never know. You never know. A lot of people are scared of death, right? I was too in the beginning until I had that experience. Now I'm no longer scared of that, right? And hey, Laura, what's going on, beautiful? Yes, something, a lot of people, they're scared of death. But when you have a near-death experience and you get a glimpse of the other side, you totally think about death in a totally different way. You look at it in a different way. Like, I've lost family members, right? And I've never dropped a tear, But when my dog died, I was devastated, But let's jump into this near-death experience, right? So I want to give you a little bit of my background and where I came from. Hey, Stephen, what's going on, my friend? So I want to give you a little bit of background and, a little bit of background from me, right? So my family, I grew up in a Muslim family, very strict Muslim family. My family, they pray 5 times a day. I'm not religious, obviously, I'm not. And I'm sure they're going to be watching this video and they're probably going to be like upset at me for saying that I'm not religious. Everyone has their reasons, what they believe and what they don't believe, right? I am not religious, but I'm very spiritual. I've always been spiritual. I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe in all these things. But so let's go back to the year 2000. The year 2000, I was involved in a serious car accident. But the car that I was sitting in, he ran 6 red lights, and an 18-wheeler dump truck collided with us at the intersection. It hit on my side of where I was sitting, and by the time the ambulance got there, I was dying. But they kept me awake until they got me to Bellevue Hospital, and then by the time they got me in the emergency room and they did the CAT scan and all of this stuff, I started going into a cardiac arrest, and I could hear them saying code blue, code blue. Back then, I didn't know what that meant, because back then I didn't have any medical experience as I do now. I have my background is in, I have a medical background. But back then, this was like what? Like, how many years ago? This is like what, 18 years ago, right, guys? So I can hear the doctors saying, I remember my body started going into shock because they cut out all my clothes. I was completely naked. And they had me on this table and my body started going into shock. And they were resuscitating me to bring me back. And during that time, when they mentioned code blue, which means your cardiac arrest, your heart stopped beating. So they had to resuscitate me to get a heartbeat. And when they did get a heartbeat, they put me in ICU. But during that time, I had no knowledge of what was going on. But I knew that I was dying. When I was in the ambulance, I could hear my brother screaming, "Don't let my sister die." I have a scar all the way here from this accident. You can't see it, but I have a lot of, I went through like several months of physical therapy, But anyway, this was a long time ago. But I want to talk to you about my experience. So during this time, while I was in ICU, I was in a coma, right, for 3 days while I was in ICU. And I remember, walking, I remember being in this dark room, right? And guys, remember now, I'm in a coma. So I had really no recollection of my accident or anything like that. I didn't even know who I was. So I was actually in a coma, but my body, I guess my spirit came out of my body during that time. And I was in front of this, I was actually going through this tunnel. And out of nowhere, this is like I don't know how to explain it. It was like a space of light, really, really, really tiny like this, and it started growing. And it started growing into a doorway. And it was a bright, bright light. It was a really, really bright light. And I was standing in front of the light, not knowing who I am. I was totally out of my body. I was in spirit form. And I'm standing there and I'm confused, but the light was so welcoming and so calming that I wanted to go towards the light, but I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move at all. Like my body was just stuck there, and I couldn't move, and I couldn't go towards the light. But the light was so welcoming and it was so bright and fascinating that I just wanted to go towards the light. The light was actually like pulling me, but my spirit wouldn't actually like go towards the light. It's like I couldn't control it. I couldn't move, right? And out of nowhere, a silhouette of a tall man, maybe like 6 feet, 6.5 feet tall, a silhouette of this man with a hat. He started standing in the doorway of this light. So he was all dark. I couldn't see his face. And every time I would try to like go towards the light, he would look at me and he would block me from going through the doorway, right? And he would look at me and then he would put his head down and he would go like this. So, and it seems like I was there for a long time. I remembered like it happened yesterday, guys. I remember like this happened yesterday. I don't even know how to explain it to you guys, but this is